So it's funny, so 4.5 years ago when I landed here in Seattle, they were just opened. It was a new spot and they just opened. And we were like, oh, let's try your specialty. And that was, of course, the Thai. I remember getting that first bowl of ramen and it was like, so much explosion, so much flavor and like the perfect noodles and like, oh my God. And I got so addicted to it. So sometimes when I went away, the first thing I was thinking about was like ramen. How can I get back and get the ramen?
Chong grew up in Kedah, Malaysia. It was there the love from soup and food and different textures and styles started. Then he went all the way around the world to Los Angeles, Paris, Las Vegas. He went to New York. And there he met Chao Xing. They got married and they quickly figured out that they wanted to move to Hawaii. Chong worked at a fantastic ramen shop and picked up a lot of things there. And then the two of them decided that they wanted to leave and do their own ramen shop. So they found Seattle because it was always raining. And what do you need when it's cold and it's raining? You need soup. I picked up Chong and we're heading out to get the bones. It's so important for his incredible tonkatsu broth.
When is your wife going back to China?
Maybe during Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
So you'll go get your boy.
Yeah. We will miss him.
Eden.
Yeah, we will miss him. We're starting next week, Mom will make gyoza. Maybe make...
For next week making gyoza, I'll come up and eat like 10 gyozas.
Yeah, we're gonna make 30 orders of gyoza per week.
Yeah, because it takes a lady only to make it. Is she full-time only doing that?
She's doing all the prep, a little bit like blanching some vegetable and this, that for miso. And that's about it. But full-time, she's just standing there just making gyoza.
Yeah.
I want to fold the gyoza until like completely almost want to blow, right? The filling need to be a lot. And so you get explosion in your mouth.
Yeah.
So she folded it so well until like she put it like nobody can put this much. She's been doing
she filled so much in it and she still folds them.
Yeah, and still close it nicely, you know, like really plump. Right?
Auntie is the gyoza expert. She makes these incredible gyoza by hand. It's unbelievable how skilled she is. We are arriving at arguably the best butcher shop in America. It's run by Kevin Smith. He's a total badass. Everything is nose to tail, like there's no compromise. He got some bones from Chong. And a little secret for us. Some amazing sausages that he made in his shop that Chong is going to add to some of his dry noodles.
I'm so glad, guys, that you guys met up. And like, how did that happen?
You tell me about Calvin, and then I just come in and just walk in, right? And I didn't see no bones.
I didn't see any
on there. And I was just asking, right? And then after that, and I was like, how much you want to sell? And then he told me, he said, okay, I want to sell $1.
$1?
Yeah.
Per pound?
And I was like, he give it to me for free.
You buy, if you took 100 pounds of bones each week, you're gonna get them for 90 bucks. That stuff is worth more than 90 bucks to us. I think the ramen you make is the best ramen I've ever eaten.
Keep on telling him that.
I'm not a ramen expert, but it's pretty damn delicious. Yeah.
Do the whole community know that you're making these sausages like you're doing like this, or do you advertise it out, or do they just come in and then? That's it?
Nobody sees the work that goes into these sausages. We make a lot of sausages, and I think everyone is now starting to realise that they really like them and they're delicious. But this is something I like to do. Yeah. All your pork bones.
Man, you're a lucky guy.
I am.
That's 2 pigs
Yeah.
there.
That's 2 pigs
Yeah.
in each.
This is the rest
Oh,
of it
this
here.
is what you like.
So this is the
Oh
other.
yeah. So I braise these at home, and I eat it, and I make a salad. So when the shop busy, before we have a thicker noodle. So I like to eat the thick noodle on dry noodle. Thicker noodle for thick is much, how to say, more texture. To be honestly, one day I'm going to pick up some sausage, and I want to make, customer can choose sausage and add it into ramen. You know?
We should do sausage. That would be great.
Yeah, you can add on, right? You can add on or make a dry one with sausage. It's something different, right? Japanese or I don't give a shit. I don't care. You want to eat it. Don't eat it, get the fuck out.
If you don't want to eat it, get out.
Yeah, I do. I tell my customer, if they are bitching about it, why it take too long? You know what? You think I am what, 7-Eleven here? Look, KFC is downstairs, fast. Go.
So this is an ancient Roman sausage called chevar. I'm probably saying it wrong. It translates as mad or crazy sausage. So apparently the Roman soldiers used to eat this, and it was all of the offal, all of the stuff that nobody wanted, ground up, put in a sausage.
So what's in it?
Beef heart, pork tongue, pork kidneys, livers, ground pork, ground beef, and then loads of red wine, coriander, salt, pepper. That's it.
And marinate 3 days.
Yep.
That's good.
I mean, look at that for a sausage. No.
Chong coming here, meeting up with Kevin. You know, the guys haven't really met up before. And we are sitting here, discussing food, different cultures, mixing our Roman-style sausages. What banger! With noodles coming from a whole other world. It doesn't matter. As long as the stuff that we are making is fantastic and tastes good, and getting new ideas to a new culture of cooking. I think this part we should remember. Ramen is believed to originally come from China, where it was called la mian. It's a pulled noodle in a clear soup with vegetable or meat. Noodle shops sprang up in the early 1900s in Yokohama, Kobe, and Nagasaki. These were industrial harbors, and this dish provided a cheap, quick meal for poor working class. The noodle were actually called Chinese soba. The term ramen was first introduced in 1918. After the Second World War, when America began to import tons of commodity wheats, the popularity of the ramen exploded. And in 1958, Momofuku Ando invented the first dry noodle ramen, which we now know as the instant ramen. Everybody has their different theories about where and when the ramen started. But you know, the end of the day, who cares? Chong is pushing the boundaries at all times, like those before him. He's creating a new legacy of ramen. There goes so much positive energy into this. I like it because it's the real stuff.
Yeah, how to say, it's like you do this every day anyway, right? Why don't you do something that is what you want to eat, right? I have to do it anyway, right? And I believe in my customer is like, you guys come back because you like this place and you trust me, right?
Yeah, we trust you. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I want to keep making. You know, that's why I decide to buy this machine.
So you have to learn that at that point of time.
Yeah, we started learning from scratch. You know.
That's your only focus.
Yeah.
Family and ramen.
Yeah. I'm doing one thing.
And a sake here and there.
Yeah, sake.
In order to make the best noodle possible, Chong collects water from the mountain spring outside Seattle, and he's tweaking his recipe to be the best at all time. Even in the beginning, when he did not know how to make noodles, he tried every day, tweaking, and 2.5 years later of tweaking, his noodle became perfect to soak up the soup. I think he's doing an amazing job. This noodle machine allows Chong to make fresh noodles every day. There's such a big difference in the noodle that he makes himself compared to the one that he buys. And you can really feel that he's making the noodle himself. It's like fresh pasta made every day in different diameters, different shapes, for different dishes. It's up to him to decide what kind of noodle that he want to make for that day. Chong's get the bones from Kevin. He brings it back to the shop. He takes the bone and the whole pork heads and put them in a big pot and brings it to a boil. Then Tyler here takes the bones out and washes them thoroughly in cold water. He's doing that to remove the dirty protein to get a smoother broth. Then he puts the bones back into a new pot, fill it with water and boil it for hours to get the right consistency of the fat and the gelatin that is emulsified in with the broth to get a white and creamy, cloudy soup.
So yeah, like coming straight out of high school, it's honestly very challenging for anybody that doesn't have any prior cooking experience or knowledge, you know. I'm pretty proud of where I've come from and where I've worked and what I've done so far. And then one of my friends found this job on Craigslist. Was like, why don't you go apply there? Here we are today, right?
So how many years? 2 years?
5, almost. We'll say we opened in 2015. It's 2021.
Oh, yeah, it's like
5.
5 years.
Yeah.
Here you
It's literally been like the blink of an eye.
So what went through your mind when you went in this, like in the shop and asked Chong for a job?
It was very straightforward and to the point, and you know, I didn't think much of it. I didn't, you know, I was applying to be a dishwasher. I think I'd be like cooking some of the best ramen in Washington State soon, you know what I mean? It's a very beautiful thing, honestly, food is, and I've realized how much food I've taken for granted. First off, I want to say that.
Do you think a lot of people do that?
I think, especially in America, I think so. How much food is not only waste, but just we don't appreciate the ingredients as much as other cultures do. But I do love what I cook.
I really wish there was more young people like Tyler in this world. He has so much dedication and power. Not many could walk into a kitchen like this as a dishwasher and then 4 years later to be the top line chef for the best ramen around. The Szechuan pepper is one of the most important things in Chong's ramen, and that's what makes it special. It has this beautiful smell. There's so many essential oils in it. It's like floral, earthy, it's tingling, numbing, and you will definitely feel it. She gets this Szechuan pepper hand-picked by a person in China that ships it directly to him.
Like, I learned to make this. Honestly, it's from the owner that's selling me chili in Chengdu that I met her.
Okay.
And she is the person that is teaching me how to make this chili oil getting better and better.
Oh, so good.
And she's the one that picked what I should put it.
Wow.
Yeah, to create this mala. Right, which chili I should use.
I love that because that's like you're taking knowledge from her and she's giving that and sharing instead of like holding it in. You're like, you should broaden out
because,
what you're doing.
She doing this for living for I believe it's a second generation selling this chili. Yeah, that's what they do. You know.
So much knowledge. Right?
Yeah, I met her and she's just.
So you roast the chili in the oven slowly, or
yeah, it's 250. Yeah, just warm it up, but cannot burn.
He heats them up to bring all the essential oils out. He grinds it through the old school mortar. He stands there, pounding and pounding, doing it the traditional way. This is not instant ramen. It takes months for these flavors to come together to make this richness. This is why you get the best chili or the best tare or all his special oils.
So when I was a trainee as a chef back home in Denmark, so when people have been sitting too long at the toilet, we heat up a pan, small pan, and then cayenne pepper on, and just in under the door, and it was just fire, like fire, but like smoke, like the hot, and then the people they have to,
Xiaoqing is a powerful woman. She's definitely the woman of the house that keeps everything together. She knows all the technology, she knows the bookkeeping. She's just so tough. And during COVID, while the whole world was in lockdown, their son Eden was stuck in China with her parents. While Chong was cooking, she was running the business side of things. The whole time their son was 1,000 miles away, and that was for a whole year without seeing their son. They were just so happy when they got him back. He was there every day. He's such a great kid. And he just loves food.
So now you came to Seattle and you're a CPA and you're managing all the papers and standing behind Chong and how do you control him, like not going all crazy and just like using all the money for a new noodle machine or
always negotiate.
Always negotiating.
Yeah, and I just count, lay down the number and he see if it makes sense. Yeah. If I invest something, I always think like how long I will get that money back.
Yeah, so return of investment.
The biggest investment for now maybe is the noodle machine, but because noodle we use every day, so before we buy the noodle from Sun Noodle, but it's a frozen one, the quality is not that good.
No.
And also the price is pretty high.
Yeah.
Right now we make our own, maybe the price can cut, the cost is only half.
Yeah.
And not even mention the improving on the quality.
Yeah. How is it like you guys working together every day, you know?
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah, fighting a lot before.
Yeah.
But right now he take a step backward, right? And we always negotiate, always talk about it. And if he want to buy something, double think, think about a long time to see if it's worth it or no. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Being man and wife and then also have to work together every day.
Yeah, and his temper is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So it's
is it bad?
It's bad. Yeah.
The broth, the chili, the noodles are all essential to Chong's ramen. But it's the tare that gives the ramen the umami. He's using real charcoal to fire up his small pots. They're standing there in the kitchen all day long. They're cooking the garlic oil, and they use all the leftover, the ginger, the spring onions, all the ends, nothing is wasted. They stand here all day long and cooking down till they're all black and charred out. All this comes together in the sauce that's poured into the bowl before the broth. It's crazy what flavors you can create when using the whole ingredients. I've been coming here so many years, and like every time I come here, I'm like getting the smell of the soup, and like he's making new stuff every time, new ideas, and you get the chili oil, you get the garlic oil, everything's coming together. The pork, the scallions, the egg, his fried chicken with his curry leaves. Brilliant, they're like spicy and oh, it's so good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh. Growing up in Malaysia, we don't eat ramen, but we eat it noodle and soup, right? Rice noodle, curry noodle, right? We eat anything with starting in the morning, you know. That's what we eat, but it's just a different style. But how you going to say the definition? Oh, ramen came from Japan, right? Maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but who cares? To the end of the day, I just make something, make you fulfill what you're eating and make you happy. That's it, man. Yeah. Come on, man.
At the beginning, we moved here. He started driving Uber, and then we find out this place because this place, weekend, nighttime, always people come in and out.
Crazy,
here. Yeah. There are so many bar, club, restaurant, and that's why. And then one day, this place just pop out.
And then the first day he dropped the whole entire gyoza.
The first day he made
The first day I opened my shop though.
What did he do?
He dropped the whole entire tray of gyoza on the floor.
He made one full tray of gyoza for the day. All of it was on the ground.
And his first day of my opening.
Were you happy?
What do you think?
You are my customer. Like 4 years ago, and then today end up like we never drink together. This is our second time, right? Know you for a long time. Been a while you've been come to eat.
My memory of it, the first time I got ramen was here. This place, never before, never tried it. And it made so much sense to me. Not sense, how you say it was like such an experience.
You understood.
I understood all the work that went into it, and I could see with my chef, like 25 years of experience, like I could see all the preparation and all the stuff you put in it, and like your gesture when you come in the door, and there was always a smile and hi and how are you and all this, but in a real way, like not fake in any way. So when I tasted that, it was just like the explosion of that broth and those noodles together. It's like it makes totally sense, and I was like, why haven't I tried it before?
But I also believe Japanese ramen culture, cooking philosophy, make the young generation continue to don't forget traditional. Don't ever think ramen only came from package.
No,
we need to cook from scratch.
Man.
Right? Good ramen, we cook from heart, cook from scratch. Right. That's how I see it. Right. For me, even though he been working with me for years, but I hope after he get out from here, learn something from this place. That is a very like cook this stuff from scratch and do it one thing and doing the best every day to make it better.
It's been 4 years since I stumbled into the ramen shop. At that time, I did not even know really what ramen was. And I definitely did not know that this is some of the best ramen that money can buy. But more important for me is to see the team, the family of people who are putting their love and soul into the food that they're putting in front of you. It's traditional, it's different, it's bold, it's unique, and it's beautiful. And it shows what happens when people are not afraid to push their boundaries and challenge the rules. In that case, you get the best ramen that I ever had.